Welcome to Life Skills with Louie. Today we are talking about the stop skill. If you haven't watched the introduction to the Connecting to Calm section, please watch that to help orient you to the section. And if you haven't watched the introduction to the entire video series, I encourage you to watch that as well to understand how all the sections fit together and when to use them. The stop skill is an excellent first skill within the Connecting to Calm group. The stop skill is about slowing down. When life is happening and emotions are becoming more intense and the world is affecting us, we start to go faster and we start to find ourselves having urges to do impulsive things, to act in impulsive ways, and get lost in a reactive space. So the stop skill helps us to slow down, to reset, and then move on from there. We're going to practice the stop skill together, and you can use this video to guide you through the stop skill and also to help to teach it to you so you can guide yourself through it. So each of the letters of stop is one part of the skill. So make yourself comfortable, and this can be a bit of a ritual to bring you from a space that's more frantic to a space that's more still. The S in stop stands for stop. Externally, if you're out in the world and running around and feeling frantic, this is about literally, physically stopping, or at least physically slowing down. The process of stopping or slowing down can feel a little uncomfortable because there's an inertia to move forward, but it begins a process of settling. So the first part of the S is to stop physically. Now, even if you stop physically or slow down, you may find that inside, your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, your sensations are still quite fast and intense. So the second part of the S of stopping is to say to yourself, please slow down, please stop. That may elicit a response. Inside of you may listen and okay. You may find that there's a voice inside that argues and says, no way. You're not trying to force anything, but it's a good precedent to set that you're going to make a comment, slow down, stop, to take command. The T of stop stands for take a step back. Externally, this has to do with if you're out in the world and you're involved in the midst of something that's riling you up, you're in a discussion with someone that's really intense or a situation that's stressful, take a step back from that. Give yourself some space to reset before even considering going back in. This is like number one to do this. So externally, taking a step back physically from situations. Internally, what taking a step back means is that even if you do take a step back, you may still find that there's strong emotions in you or thoughts in you that are in charge at the moment. They're driving the bus, so to speak. So you are finding that your emotion is saying, you got to do this, or you're having a really strong urge to move in this direction. Ask if that part of you can take a step back. This does not mean that they go away, that energy goes away, but it means that if that energy was driving the bus, it takes one step back and it's in the front seat. It's right with you, but it's not driving. And we're asking, you can't force this, but seeing if that energy that's inside of you will give you a little bit of space to breathe and to slow down and to pause, to make your next move, decision about your next move. So take a step back. The O stands for observe. When emotions are really high, the key thing to observe is outside of yourself. The reason for that is that your attention is probably really captured by your thoughts and your emotions, and it's really mixed up in it, and it's feeling lost. So if you bring your attention to outside of yourself and you observe your surroundings, especially beautiful surroundings, like try to find a little nature or a scene of nature and observe it. Notice what you feel, what you see, what you hear, what you smell, even taste, to bring your attention a little bit out of the emotion and the thoughts and just give yourself some space. Observe. You can also observe and describe your surroundings just to anchor yourself in the present moment. Okay, I see this around me. I see this around me. I hear this. I smell this. O, observe. Finally, P stands for proceed mindfully. The excellent thing about this letter and step is it reminds us about mindfulness, because when emotions are really strong, we forget. So we can bring our attention to any mindfulness principle, whatever your intuition thinks is the best move at the moment. Intuition's a nice first place to go. And one key thing with intuition is that it's a softer voice. So you'll have to listen to hear it. Emotional voices within are louder. So you'll have to quiet a little bit to listen. Or you can simply go to another mindfulness skill that would work for you at the moment. Perhaps more observation, perhaps participation in some activity that draws your attention elsewhere, perhaps non-judgmentally if you notice there's a lot of judgment running through your mind, or one mindfully settling your attention, or effectively thinking about effectiveness and what you really want in the long run. And once you've had a bit of this reset, it doesn't have to be perfect, but some of a reset where you feel more centered, more settled, then you proceed with your day.